Davi, Davi, Davi. Meow, meow, meow. Let's do just a little shake. I hope you had a good break. This is gonna be part 3, and we're gonna show you a little bit about how to mush, the physical practice of putting people in really close proximity to each other and sharing some body weight. We'll show you a little bit of the Mushchitechture, explain the principles around how to be sure that everyone's comfortable, that it's inclusive, it's possible for other people to join. And that's exciting for me. Let's take 3 breaths. One more. I'm also going to share a little bit about the agreements and the values that make our Mush container. And I'm not going to read them to you because you can read them yourself. And actually, if you didn't read them before, I invite you to go to the mushmovement.com website, and we'll link it in the doobly-doo, and you can do a little bit of light reading and then come back, because what's going to happen next is more of like an explanation about how to actually follow the agreements, because it's not easy to just change the way you think about things. It's not easy to change the way that you behave. It requires effort and investment and practice, repetitive practice. And at least for me, I find it really, really helpful when someone explains the logic and the reason behind why the things exist and what the hopeful outcome is if everybody does honor these agreements. Meow. So we are, well, I'm not going to touch Clara in a way that is not responsive to her. That's what I'm not going to do. What I am going to do is reposition the camera a little bit. And I'd like to do the Mushchitechture part first, actually. And as we're doing it, I'm going to sprinkle in wisdom about the agreements and about the container. So let's adjust the camera so we really have it down from above. And then Clara, would you start just like here? Yeah, lying down. Great. Actually, come a little closer to me. Perfect. Okay. And Neil, would you model how to position yourself underneath Clara's legs? So here's the really important thing about mushing. We're trying to pack people really close together, and we also want people to be comfortable for a long time. And so having your knees supported by another person's body is super nice for both people. When I look at this shape, this is how, like, if you're trying to create what we call basic Mushchitechture, it's very kind of linear. Everyone's at 90 degrees angle to each other. You try to get underneath some legs, or you try to get under a head. If I was going to do the next logical step to include more people, I would come over here and I would invite the Clara lifts her head, and then I'm sliding underneath, and she can rest on my hip bone here or in my belly. My hand is available here to massage her scalp and her head. My other hand here is available possibly to hold hands, or if you can imagine that there might be a person with their head right here and their body over there, I could be giving them a nice little scritch here too. From this position, it's very easy for 2 more people to join and put their heads on Clara's belly. I'll model that position next. So you're gonna have to use your imagination that I'm still there. And now here comes another person. And as I'm entering, I'm not gonna just put my head on her belly. I'm like pausing here to have a little moment of eye contact with her, and I'm like looking at her belly. We're gonna figure out together if this is the right position or not. And what she can do is reach her right hand out and literally touch my head and guide it down to where she wants it. Oh, okay. And notice I'm still using my feet to like lift my bum and try to figure out exactly where's the right position. And this feels pretty good. And it really is Clara's responsibility to tell me if I've put my head somewhere that she doesn't like. And this is one of the core foundational agreements in the Mush container. That is, if you're not comfortable, you got to do something or say something in order to create comfort. And everybody wants you to be comfortable. So the communications that you send, you can think of them as a gift for the other people. And they are going to receive those communications as a gift and indicate it by saying thank you for the gift. So literally, thank people for their bravery in communicating, oh, this doesn't feel good, or I don't like the way you're touching me, or I'd like you to stop. Those are all generous gifts to you, because it's really not pleasant to be cuddling with a person who is feeling in their body, oh God, I don't like this, I wish this wasn't happening, I want the person to stop touching me. Their body maybe will communicate this to you, but it might not be obvious, it could be confusing, it might be unpleasant, and then later, the relationship between those two people is likely to be challenged. They might choose to not relate with each other at all. They might feel uncomfortable around each other when they're in the same room. So don't just let things go. Please address what's happening in the present moment. So here we are. We are in basic Mushchitechture right now. And because nobody else is joining, I don't need to think about being inclusive or making spaces for more people. Actually, what I can do is I can just kind of nestle my way into whatever I think is going to be the comfiest spot for me. So maybe I see these legs here don't have anything under them, and I kind of indicate, I'm twinkling, I'm guiding them to lift up. I can slide my hips under and rest here. And I'm noticing that Neil has gone, which means he probably likes this better than before. And he's confirming that, so we just calibrated. That's great. So the position I'm in here, I call it a corner because this is a 90-degree angle. Here's the corner. I insert myself. I am the corner piece. Whereas Clara, in her initial position, she's the centerpiece because the mush will grow outwards from her position. And Neil is a line piece. Clara's also a line piece, but she's the specialist one because she's right in the middle. And line pieces that go anywhere else are just normal line pieces, but it's okay. You're also special and unique, and every time that you climb into a mush, it's going to be a different arrangement of human bodies, and no two mushes are ever the same. So I'm going to show you a few more ways, twinkle twinkle, that I could potentially cuddle in this arrangement. I could also pop in over here and do a thing called edge piecing. And so if I ask Clara just to lift her legs up enough that I can get underneath, I can be here, and I have one arm under, one arm over, or I could even try to do one arm kind of halfway. Now I have my right hand on her right leg, and it's nice to be touching all of the other people. I usually try to find a way to kind of connect the whole group together. It would be perfectly reasonable for Clara to ask for a pillow if there's no other humans present. If there was another human present, that human could come be her pillow, and that would be even better. So this is an edge piece. This is a pretty normal cuddling position. I'm right on the edge of someone's body. You can always get underneath legs. Even if someone else is under the legs, there's probably space for you under there too. And even though the legs are here, there's also space here. Twinkle, twinkle, you lift up. So hold on, relax for a sec. This is a perfect teachable moment. So when you lift up your legs, use your belly muscles first. Bend your knees and bring them up like a bridge. That's the way to do it for sure. Now I can put myself here and I can invite the legs to come and be my safety harness. We call this the roller coaster. And I really, really like the roller coaster because you have access to massage the ankles and calves and feet. You have compression on your own ears, which is really nourishing. Twinkle, twinkle. Thank you. Yep, and come on back down. Cool. There's also a perfectly viable way to join this shape. I'm gonna just adjust the camera a little bit. There's a perfectly viable way to do a sort of a corner piece over here too, but it requires a little bit more flexibility. If you lift your head, Neil, I can slide my right leg underneath here. And my head, Clara, you can guide it where you want it. Use your left arm. Up here. Mm-hmm. So I don't really know what to do with this leg now. Now, if there was another person here, I might be able to put it on top of them. If I have the flexibility, I can tuck it back like this. Now I'm doing yoga at the same time. Very nice. Play with it. Be creative, be innovative, and check in with the others that the comfortable position is still happening. And I noticed that this position is just not that comfortable for me. So I'm just gonna give up on it. I'm gonna like abort mission. And I'm gonna look and see what else is possible. And I'm like, well, how about this? This is something that's totally different. I'll try this one. Can you lift your arm for a second? I'm gonna give you a pillow with my left leg. I'm gonna come around here and or actually, what if I do my right leg? You lift? Right now oh, hair. Yep, okay, come on back down. Oh, this is a cool stretch for me. This is literally a cuddle position that I've never done before. I really strongly invite all of you, make shit up. Figure out how to like twisty spiral your way in. You don't need to always be in basic Mushchitechture. It's just really nice for beginners because it's simple and it's really inclusive. Another breath. We're doing another session on Sunday that more people are going to be at, so we can model the bigger Mushchitechture. And either we'll link to that video or we may just edit it straight into this part of this video. We'll find out later. But in either case, go and have a look at what that 9-person square block looks like. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Two more. Cool. I can hear what you're thinking, and yes, it is okay to fall asleep in the mush. It happens. It's not likely that you're gonna succeed to stay asleep for very long, but you're welcome to fall asleep. Because anytime somebody in the pile needs to get out, it's probably a good idea to just reset the whole group. Do a quick unmush, a little shake. Everyone can turn into kitty cats and move to some other part of the room, play with each other, engage with each other until somebody starts another pile by establishing themselves as the centerpiece and inviting the others to come get underneath their legs. So we'll show that for you. And in the meantime, because you're probably gathered in a smaller group, what's much more relevant is that the three of us can be in so many different positions, including if I come here and Neil, you pop out from there, you can also, you could edge piece right here, for example. You could still have your knees kind of underneath her, yeah. And your head might end up on her shoulder. Cool. And I also can provide Neil a little bit of a pillow here with my knee. So, you know, there's hundreds of ways that you can put 3 people into a cuddle together. And the most important thing is that everyone is present and aware, and that everyone's comfortable and willing to courageously communicate their desires or about their discomforts and their needs.